couple nights ago, he told me how much he realized of a mistake he had made making friends. He realized they were users who were just taking money from him, and I had told him that years ago. And I used to care. I used to get angry about it, but now I don't care. He says, Joe, I'm going out here. Okay. Joe, I'm going to just... Okay. Joe, I'm talking to my friends. And okay, whatever. I don't care. Do what you want. Ruin your life. And I will get the rewards. And I guess I'm a bit selfish that way, because I prefer not having competition. You know, I hear about all the drugs kids are having these days, and I think, good. Less competition for me. I don't have to work so hard. Well, I still work. I don't have to work so hard against all of my other peers, because they're boozed up with and taking drugs and going to parties, and I'm working hard to secure myself a future. I don't have a debt. I didn't buy a car, so I had to pay $2,000 in insurance when I was 18. I waited. I took my car license, and I didn't drive my car. I got a credit card, chucked it in my folder, said, alright, I'll use that whenever I need it. E.g., I'll use it for flights. And I did use it once for an overseas package, and I paid it straight away. I always pay everything straight away. I never take out more money than I have. But, yeah, I don't care about my peers whatsoever. I can go screw themselves. And I'll live happily in the Japanese mountains, sipping my green tea, and watching the world go to pot. I know Japan will probably go to pot, but, you know, they have a community there. And I'm going to be part of that community. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm not going to have to listen to my friends be told jerks. Anyway. And all the Western women, all the English girls, they're so pretty. My mum goes, oh wow, all the girls are really pretty here. I'm so surprised. And it's like, yeah, mum, guess why? Because even though they get the highest grades, they're not worth anything. They don't become anything. They go to Cambridge and Oxford. You know, even my mum says, you know, I know lots of people who went to Cambridge and Oxford, and now they're just filing reports their whole lives. They're not doing anything. I'm not going to stand there. I'm not going to let people ruin my life for me. I'm not going to listen and go on and on about the man and the government and, oh man, university's a waste of time. Yeah, it's a waste of time. Of course it's a waste of time if you take a degree in iguana, pet care, or I don't know, checking the horse fights right. I was checking, is the farting right? I don't know. Or equine therapy. If you take a degree in that, yeah, sure, it's going to be useless to you. Take an apprenticeship in engineering or metalwork, there you go. That's a proper degree. You don't go to school, you go to the company. They train you. They house you. They build small villages for you so you can work. I'd rather do that than sit around in school listening to my peers talk about how rubbish life is. Time wasters. Oh man, capitalism's so bad.
Why don't they just think empathize? Everyone should empathize with everyone. Everyone should get free health care.
Okay, what about the people who don't help themselves? Yeah, I understand free healthcare if people help themselves, put themselves out there, try their hardest to make an honest pound, an honest quid. People who just laze around all day complaining about themselves, we shouldn't be helping those people. They need to learn the hard way. That's the only way they're going to learn. My brother needs to learn the hard way. He needs to be chucked outdoors. He needs to be given a tent and a knife and told, okay, make your own way. Because all he does is use. He's a user. And girls, you need to, guys, you need to stop letting pretty girls influence your decision. Because they're only going to be pretty for so long. And they're only get uglier as you get better, As your wage increases and they get ugly, you're going to start thinking, gosh, I made a terrible, terrible business decision. It's like buying a tomato when you're young and saying, when I get 50, when I get to 50, when I get to 60, I'm going to eat this potato or tomato. I mean, gosh, that is a bad decision. Very bad decision. You know, the government isn't there to hold your hand. It's there to make money because it's a business. It's just more CEOs and more investors. You being an investor and the CEOs being the presidents or the MPs, what they're going to do. And they're against competition. They can't spend their whole life giving you a perfect life so you can take up your degree in third world understanding of third world countries while you spend your life in a first world country. I lived in a third world country. I lived, well, second world, maybe second world, third world. Indonesia. You know, you'd be amazed at how little food there is there compared to, you know, go to a supermarket. First aisle, you got your pasta. Second aisle, you got your tomatoes. Third aisle, you got your Italian food. You know, the only soup they had there was dried soup. I remember searching aisle by aisle by aisle, and they got a whole aisle for rice. There was only one line of tinned chopped tomatoes in that entire shop, and that was a supermarket. I could go to the local vegetable seller, get my stuff half price there. Need any veg fruit? I have to get it from the supermarket. Want any cheese? Well, no, you got fake cheese. No real cheese at all. They haven't got any cows. There's no grass to eat for them. No suitable grass. It's a rainforest. Anyway. Don't feel sorry that you haven't dated. Don't feel sorry that you're in your position now. If you have money. Don't be worried about having money, okay? Don't be worried about the poor guy on the street who hasn't got any money, because he's probably one of your bullies. He's probably one of the guys who hated you, or he was a hippie and he was like, oh yeah man, gotta fight the government, I don't believe in money. I believe in free trade, and I want to go back to nature and live with the wolves, and you know, the guys in North Korea are doing that currently, and they're eating the grass because they haven't got any food left. Because they realize hand growing everything produces very poor results. All that food you get in the shop, that's, you know, that is engineered to a certain style. That's machinery. That's mass production on a wide scale. That's why you get your tomatoes and your vegetables and your seedless grapes. Because we're not living like North Korea, where they are going into the hills and eating grass because they can't live on what they make, because they have to give it to the government. Those things don't work. And live with the wolves. Suddenly you'll realize how smart they are, how quickly you're having your sheep eaten, and how quickly they grow a taste for you as well. They'll grow a taste. They're very smart creatures. Read Wolf Totem. Excellent by Jiang Rong. Fantastic author, fantastic read. You realize just how difficult life was before we built cities and had guns and gunpowder and all that. Anyway, I'm going to end here. And yeah, girls are pretty. When they're young, they grow ugly very fast. And the prettier they look, the worse they tend to be. With makeup, I mean, you know. The ones tend to wear the most makeup tend to be the most screwed up. Have a productive day.